Hey everybody, happy holidays and welcome to mini concert number 249. Sometimes I've done Christmas carols around Christmas time. This year I'm going to do a Christmas concert that's all gospel songs or quasi-gospel songs, mostly because Christmas is on a Wednesday next week, so we won't be having a Wednesday mini concert. It'll be on Thursday, and also because I didn't practice enough Christmas carols. So first up is a 1971 song by Ocean. Put your hand in the hand of a man who still the waters. Put your hand in the hand of a man who calmed the sea. Take a look at yourself, that you might look at others differently. Put your hand in the hand of a man from Galilee. Well, every time I look into the holy book, I want to tremble. When I read about the part where the carpenter cleared the temple. Well, the buyers and the sellers are no different fellas than what we profess to be. And it causes me shame to know we're not the people we should be. So put your hand in the hand of a man who still the waters. Put your hand in the hand of a man who calmed the sea. Take a look at yourself, that you might look at others differently. Put your hand in the hand of a man from Galilee. Mama taught me how to pray before I reached the age of 7. She said there'll come a time when there'll probably be room in heaven. Well, now I'm feeling kind of guilty about the number of times I didn't do what I should do. We forget what he said, we figure that it'll still make room. But put your hand in the hand of a man who's still the waters. Put your hand in the hand of a man who calmed the sea. Take a look at yourself, that you might look at others differently. Put your hand in the hand of a man from Galilee. Yes, put your hand in the hand of a man who's still the waters. Put your hand in the hand of a man who calmed the sea. Take a look at yourself, that you might look at others differently. Put your hand in the hand of a man from Galilee. So that's put your hand in the hand. Next up is an old gospel song. This one is kind of patterned after the Alan Jackson version. What a friend we have in Jesus, all our sins and griefs to bear. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. Oh, what peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pain we bear. All because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. Are we weak and heavy laden? Is there trouble anywhere? We should never be discouraged. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Can we find a friend so faithful, who would all our sorrows share? Jesus knows our every weakness. Take it to the Lord in prayer. So that's what a friend we have in Jesus. Next up is I guess you'd call it a quasi-gospel song. This was done by the Carter family. A.P. Carter collected this song in his travels around in Appalachia. I was standing by the window on a cold and frosty day, and I saw that undertaker come to take my mama away. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Well, I said to that undertaker, please drive slow, 'cause that body you're a-hauling, we love our mama so. Can the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Well, I followed close behind her, trying to hold on and be brave, but I could not hide my sorrow when they laid her in the grave. Can the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. I went home then, it was lonesome, 'cause my mama, she was gone. All my brothers and sisters crying, what a house so sad and lone. Can the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. That's Will the Circle Be Unbroken. Next up is a song that was written by a fellow that actually ended up being a high official in the Anglican Church. But he started life being impressed into the British Navy. Later on in his career, he actually captained a slave ship, and that's kind of where this song comes from. He was caught in a storm, and he feared for his life and his crew's life and his cargo's life, for that matter, and asked for divine intervention, and they were saved from the storm. So he wrote this song, and then later on became the high official in the Anglican Church. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, grace that's seen us through thus far, and grace will lead us on. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. So that's obviously Amazing Grace. Next up is an old gospel tune. This one's kind of patterned after a version by Pete Seeger. I say patterned after because he plays the banjo in his, and I don't, obviously. Well, you gotta walk that lonesome valley. You gotta walk it by yourself, 'cause nobody else can walk it for you. You gotta walk it by yourself. Oh, Daniel was a Bible hero. He was a prophet, brave and true, and in a den of hungry lions, he showed what faith can do for you. But you gotta walk that lonesome valley. You gotta walk it by yourself, 'cause nobody else can walk it for you. You gotta walk it by yourself. Now some say John, he was a Baptist. Some folks say he was a Jew. But the Holy Bible tells us he was a preacher too. Well, Jesus walked that lonesome valley. He had to walk it by himself, 'cause nobody else could walk it for him. He had to walk it by himself. Well, you gotta walk that lonesome valley. You gotta walk it by yourself, 'cause nobody else can walk it for you. You gotta walk it by yourself. That's called Lonesome Valley. And that is the end of mini concert number 249. Everybody have a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, Happy Hanukkah, etc. And I'll see you next week on Thursday night.